I am really just hoping that this year is gonna go good. I'm gonna be blessed and prosperous. Like, I'm really hoping. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Jan. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. So today I'm just doing like this little chill makeup look. Just talking about some New Year's resolutions, how to stay on track with them, what I am doing for the new year, how to stay on track and everything, organize, how to plan, how to execute, because that seems like where we're all failing. We can plan all day, but did you execute it? So if you do want to know my tips and tricks, definitely stay tuned. So now that we're on the third day of January, I just want to say that I didn't make a resolution. I did not make a resolution. I didn't sit around thinking on December 31st that, okay, I'm going to make this resolution. These are all of the changes that I want to make for 2021. And honestly, I never make resolutions. I'm not a person that I can stick with the resolution or a goal, because I just forget. I'm not even gonna be like, oh, I be getting off track and be saying like, forget this resolution. No, I will literally forget I made this gigantic goal, and at the end of the year now I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't make a goal when I should never made something so big in the first place. It's crazy. Like, I find myself always making these unrealistic goals for the new year, to the point where it's just like, now you know you could not have achieved that without putting in any work or even like planning it out. I just make like a goal, and then next thing you know, it's the end of the year and I'm just looking like boo-boo the fool. It's honestly really crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys what I did do though. I did make a monthly goal. So what I'm gonna start doing is, well, what I've always started doing was I make a goal or two for each month. So I'll put like, okay, I want this many YouTube subscribers or this many makeup videos for the month, or save this much this month, or start making my bed this month. Whatever it is, I always put like this month. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll just keep checking in on that goal every week. That way I'm not getting off track with my goal. I'm not trying to force it or even lose sight of it, I would say. But yeah, it's way easier to just make a monthly goal than a New Year's resolution, especially seeing how 2020 turned out. Like, just think, if you had to sign a contract for your goals for 2020, wouldn't nobody be getting no money, would nobody be accomplishing none of that, because it really derailed a lot of stuff. So that's why I always say, like, do your monthlies. All that other stuff is for the birds, man. So I would say my number one tip for monthly goals is to start small. So like, it's okay if you have to start somewhere that is so tiny that you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna achieve this goal in a week. That's great. So that means that when you keep on succeeding on those stepping stones, by the end of the month, when you made that small goal, you'll realize, okay, I over succeeded. Now you're ahead for the next month. Like, it's so much easier that way than trying to set these little big ass milestones. And then another thing with like New Year's goals, a lot of people do not realize that those take effort. Like, you can't just make a goal and just think that it's just gonna come true. Like, it's just not possible. It's not a thing. You didn't even put no work in. You ain't even starting from nowhere. Like, you don't necessarily gotta start from square one, but you gotta start from a square. you gotta start from a square now. And for me personally, so like usually my goals are honestly just like makeup oriented. They're either makeup oriented or money oriented, because I'm terrible with money. So for me personally, I'll be like, okay, I want to save $50 a month or something. Like, that's something that's very realistic for me. I know how much I get paid. I know my budget. Okay, cool. Save $50 or save $300 a month or something. Okay, cool. That's extremely realistic. I'm not gonna tell myself I'm gonna save $1,000 a month. No. I know that sometimes I can be a party fanatic. I like wine. Like, you know, I know my vices. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell y'all, okay, save $1,000 a month when you know you barely got any income. You know that ain't for you. My thing is that you really have to change your behavior when it comes to these resolutions or goals. Like, sometimes you gotta cut people off and stay in the house. You gotta separate yourself. You gotta write in your journal. You really gotta figure it out. Like, what would make you stay on track for your goal? You can't ask everybody else, okay, what helps you? Because clearly, what helps you may not help them. It is really not nothing in this concealer thing, and I'm extremely confused on why. But what I do is sometimes I tell people my goals, and it's not just so people can know I'm trying to achieve something, but it's so that my closest inner circle can really keep me on track. Because I know me. I know that when I'm ordering food, sometimes I'm on the phone with my best friend, and she can be the one to be like, girl, now you know you said you was not about to be ordering food no more. You're right. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and cook. It's little things like that that can really, really, really keep you on track. Keep your head in the books. But yeah, y'all, I didn't make a resolution. I didn't have time for that foolery. Especially seeing how 2020 turned out. You won't trick me. But also it's because I'm like really hard on myself. Like, when it comes to like makeup and everything, I am extremely hard on myself. Like, I think well, of course you're your own tough critic, but with me, I be like, girl, calm down. Ain't nobody checking for whatever you think you failed in. Like, nobody even knew you were doing it. So how would they know that you failed? That don't even make sense. I had to really, really learn how to plan this year. I don't know how to plan this year. And like really execute my ideas, because I think that's like the part where it's just not computing sometimes. Sometimes I really do not know how to execute my ideas, and then next thing you know, I'm feeling bad because I promised my viewers a video and I just wasn't feeling it. So that is something that I really, really, really want to work on. Just knowing how to plan ahead, have things scheduled this year. So like scheduling videos that I actually want to do this year will help a lot. And not just doing them on a whim. I think that's my problem. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do a video today. And then I'll just do it and it'll come out great. But when I try to plan the video, it's almost like I'm overthinking it. And next thing you know, I'm like, you know what? I don't even like how that turned out. I don't like my eyeshadow. I was too focused on whatever I was focused on. And now I'm like sad because I didn't get to get out what I wanted to get out. So this year we're gonna stop beating ourselves down before we even try. Yeah, really gonna start putting in more effort in planning, because it's not that hard to plan a YouTube video. Like for this video, I literally put step by step exactly the things that I want to say, what I want to do. Like the only thing that I'm having trouble planning nowadays is the actual look, because I don't even know what I'm gonna wear for the day usually. But that's like the only problem. But yeah, what I've planned on doing this year is I have a new method of staying organized. I started doing Google Slides. Google Slides that can help me visualize what makeup I want to do. So for example, for the look and topic for today, I made a Google slide and it says like whatever day I'm going to probably do the video. And then bullet points, just like you used to do in school for school projects. That really helped me stay prepared. Like I wrote down everything I wanted to say on my Google slide. And then I figured out what look I want to do, what wig, what makeup color scheme and everything. And I just executed it just like that. And from now on, that's how I'm going to stay organized, because I even have future looks saved in that Google PowerPoint. So I named it January, and for each look, I can drag and drop photos and everything that I want to do. So that is like a really good game changer for me, because it's almost like a virtual vision board. And then I got the vision board idea from the show Glow Up. Not sure if you guys ever watched it. It's a very good show. I personally love it. It's about makeup, and it's on Netflix. But what I noticed was every time they would go in to do like their looks or whatever for like their projects, they would have their little vision board, like their little concept board. And I'm like, why am I not doing that? That does help you visualize it instead of trying to save a note in your phone and now you don't even know what you called the note. Like, that's just doing too much. So now I got my little Google slide. And then what I like about Google Slides is that wherever you log into your Google account at, you have access to your information. You don't necessarily have to download the app and take up all that space. So that's like a game changer for me. I never really thought about doing it like that. So honestly, I'm loving it. It's only, of course, it's only day 3 that I'm doing it, but you know, it's a work in progress. And I'm very excited to stay organized this year, because that's really my downfall. Like that whole I'm gonna keep notes in my phone thing, when I tell y'all, that was just a fiasco mess for me. Like, it really was. I cannot ever find notes in my phone. And it's not like I don't know where the app is or something. And it's usually the last thing I save, but I have the tendency to continuously keep writing the same thing in my phone. And it's just to the point where, or even I'll forget what I'm writing while I'm writing it. And next you know, I have a note saved in my phone that just says cereal. It don't say grocery list. It don't say where I'm getting the cereal from, what kind of cereal, nothing. It just says cereal. So that's why I was saying, like, the Google Slides have really been helping me. Like, I'm only gonna put things that I have to get in my notes and not creations that I want to make. I think the only goals that I have that are like a daily thing would be things like, okay, make sure you cook one meal at home, or I'm trying to think, cook one meal at home, make my bed, cook one thing at home. I try to clean the cat litter box every day, but kittens poop at a very high rate, and I never know when she's even back there doing some stuff. I'm trying to think, what else what would I do daily? I think that's really it. That is like the only thing that I would say daily. Make my bed, clean the litter box, cook a meal at home. That's really all I have to say about me and my resolution, my non-existent resolution. But my monthly goals are definitely something that I want to stay on top of. Because honestly, in the makeup industry, I wouldn't even say make a yearly goal. Just because there's so many different trends and stuff, and that could really make you take off, and now you gotta go revise stuff, and some may not be working, and now you gotta go get a whole new plan. Of course, if you want to like get a certain amount of clients and everything, promotional type of stuff, yeah. But other than that, this business is everlasting, but quickly changing at all times. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. I am going to be making so many more YouTube videos this year, y'all. It's crazy. Like, I got my little Google Slides going for January, so you know it's going to be lit. So definitely make sure you stay tuned.